Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are stepping foot back into the world of Classic. But this time, it's with a twist. Or, as Blizzard are calling it, hashtag slightly more changes. So let's get into it. So Classic WoW was a massive hit when it landed. It was huge. After the whole, you think you do, but you don't, and what is your favourite flavour? Is it vanilla? Yeah, players finally got the experience that they'd been craving for so long. Or, at least in the beginning, before raid bosses, well, before they started to fall over faster than Twitch's security measures. Wah, wah. Yeah, we had gotten better as players though, and we'd gotten more tools at our disposal now, so everything was kind of just, well, that much easier. Fast forward to TBC Classic, and Classic, which is the only thing I can think to call it, was left mostly as a ghost land, no pun intended. But no more. Blizzard have taken a page from Diablo, it would seem, and kind of, I mean, let's be honest, it doesn't really matter what game you play at the moment if it's related to Blizzard, because they just seem to be getting all their ideas from the Diablo team. M+, the saviour of World of Warcraft? Yeah, just taken straight out of Diablo. And now it appears Season Play is next up to be taken. Now if you have no idea what Season Play is, let me, to be fair, not really enlighten you that much, because I'm not that great a Diablo player. When a Diablo season becomes available, you start with a brand new fresh character and then try to complete a number of different activities before the season ends. If you manage to do this, you'll receive a number of different rewards. The season has a limited time frame, which is why, if, like me, you are part of a lot of different Discords, you will see some of them just all of a sudden. They might have been dormant, hardly anybody talking, all of a sudden they just go mad, and it's all about Diablo. And you're like, what am I missing here? They're talking about what builds they're going to run, what they're going for, they're suddenly linking images of characters, and it'll go on for like a week or two, and then nothing. Until the next season starts. It's like dropping some meat into a calm looking pool of water, but it happens to be filled with piranhas. They go into a mad feeding frenzy, only to then calm down once all of the goodies have been consumed. So this idea of seasons has been taken, and it's been injected into what's left of Classic to create the Season of Mastery, or Classic 1.5. This time, it's different. The idea is you will log on, you will create a brand new character, and have 12 months to experience Classic WoW, going all the way up to Nax. Because this process is condensed into just 12 months, players can't spend 3 months leveling. So, to help us out, Blizz have created a buff that currently gives us plus 25% experience only from quest rewards. The reason for this is Blizzard's fear. Should they make it a flat, just bonus 25%, mages are going to go mad and start boosting people with their pulling half a zone, slowly kiting it, everything dies, buckets and buckets and buckets of XP. They are currently looking in a way around this, but hey, we'll leave it to Blizzard to sort that out. In fairness, really, this should be called Classic Raiding Plus, because a lot of the information that we've heard so far is about trying to make the raids feel more epic. Like a true battle of old, rather than the walkover that they've turned out to be. In the Season of Mastery, world buffs, which have played a huge part in Classic, will be disabled in raids. There will be no boss debuff limit, previously it was 16, to make up for this, and to up the challenge, the health of bosses will be increased. And last of all, and probably the most interesting, Blizzard are looking at restoring mechanics that were removed on some of the raid bosses. So it could be some new tactics and some new challenges, which I like the idea of. The only other change that we know so far is that meeting stones are going to be changed into what we currently know in retail as summoning stones. And to help balance the economy a bit more, they have increased the mining and herb node amount. So yeah, hopefully there should be just a lot more access to mining and herb nodes, which means the economy can hopefully flourish a little more. Which leads into two concerns I've got about this. First of all, with faster leveling and realistically a much shorter time frame to get started with raiding, are players going to be able to have the time to acquire the gold needed to, well, succeed in Classic? It was always a really big thing, gaining gold. It was hugely important. Yeah, you need it for an epic mount, but you also needed things like repairs, all the things that go into raiding. And here's the thing, if you've leveled super fast, you're getting ready to go straight into Molten Core, when do you have time to make gold if you're someone that has limited playtime? And the second is, with Diablo Season Play, this is probably the biggest one, there are rewards for meeting these challenges. After all, your character is going to be deleted at the end of a season. Now this isn't confirmed, but if they're going to keep making changes to Classic, with this kind of rotating seasonal idea, then it makes sense from a server space point of view that when a season's done, delete, start again. So what's my reward if I'm playing this new seasonal mastery classic? If I make it all the way to phase 6, I've done Nax, I've done all the things that you've set out in front of me, will I gain rewards for my permanent classic character? Maybe some titles? Or, and I know a lot of people are going to hate this idea and I get that, what about appearances for gear? Maybe back in Classic, at a special vendor, I don't know, Derek Kane. You go up to this character and if during season play you manage to gain a number of the appearances, you can say, hey, I would like to change my appearance to be that of Season of Mastery Phase 6 or whatever. And that's it, it will change your appearance. Think of it more in lines of when you change your soul shape for the Night Fae. You go up and you just select the appearance that you want and it changes that appearance. It's not like the retail transmog vendor where you can change each piece that you want. Also, why not have it back on Classic once the season has ended? So our Season of Mastery server has been shut down, ready to be cleaned and refreshed, ready for next season. I go back onto my Classic character. I've got my appearance now, fantastic. But I can go with my guild into a raid, and we can either have that Classic vanilla difficulty. So very much like in retail, we have normal, heroic, mythic, or legacy raids. You could go in with your guild and you could select either vanilla, which would just be that experience that you had at the very beginning of Classic or at the end of vanilla. Okay? Or you can say, actually, last season, that was really cool. I love the fact that we couldn't use world buffs, whatever else. We're going to select that rule set. And that's what you play with. So actually give yourselves more of a challenge. But regardless of that, what is the point of season play if there are no rewards? Is it just Classic for another year? Are you literally just flogging this poor dead Kodo? So great, we have Classic for another year and then it dies again. That's not interesting. Worse, you're spreading the Classic player base over 2 versions of the game, making the reductions of players far worse and far more impactful. But rather than build negative, go and check this out for yourself. Go to your Battle.net launcher, go to World of Warcraft, drop down the list, you will see Classic Season of Mastery Beta. It's only 2 gig, go and download it, jump in. Currently the cap is at level 30. We do have access to PvP with Warsong Gulch, and as the weeks go on, more things will be added for testing. Currently it's about seeing how this new leveling buff feels and how, whether it's fast enough, what the flow's like, and so on. I will say, if you're used to TBC Classic, then it's very much similar to the 160 experience in that. But that's enough for me, everyone. I'm off to see if this is finally a Classic WoW that I can get my teeth into, or if I'm still bound by retail and doing Korthia over and over again. But thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Laters, everyone.